Hello, I have
Hello,
Mostakim from Bangladesh here. Hello, Mostakim.
hello, Ika.
And I would like to ask you, what's the coronavirus situation in Bangladesh? Could you tell us, please?
To be honest, it's still not pandemic here, and but it's just the first stage. The scientists call it the second stage of coronavirus. It's not people are not affected socially. Only the people actually who come from Italy or China, they carry this virus and they bear it. But it's still, it's not our beyond imagination. It's not out of control. So, but we're worried about the situation, and government government announced 10 days holidays for all
Okay.
people in Bangladesh,
Mhm.
and government also employ army in the root level in the urban areas, even in countryside, so that people couldn't get together. And this is really helpful because not to mention that a lot of people in our country are uneducated, illiterate, so they don't understand what will happen if coronavirus is spread out all over the country. That's why government takes this initiative. They employ army and they go to the root level, they go to the villages, they go to the rural areas of Bangladesh, and they try to convince people, please don't go outside because uh, if this outbreak happens, then this will be disaster for our country because we don't have a lot of medical supports. So maybe this could be a lot of problems. So right now it's 10 days vacation is going on. No one is going out as it is. You see, I am locking down at home, and I think I spending a lot of time on the internet, browse internet, playing games. I think the mobile companies or the internet companies get a lot of profit in this month because a lot of people right now are using internet at home, and that's the way that Bangladesh is going on. And every day, actually, we watch newses, and we see that maybe 5, 6 people get affected, but the mortality rate is quite low because yesterday there was no mortality rate. Today, only one people died due to coronavirus. So this is not as worse as Europe.
Yeah.
This is whatever I see in the Guardian or in the BBC that Spain, Portugal, or Italy, they get affected. I mean, the situation is out of bounds.
Okay, but
So
tell me more about Bangladesh. I mean, if you go out, let's say to buy food, are you supposed to wear a mask or you don't have to?
people right now they need to use mask because the police, the army, the government officer who are patrolling, they forced you to use mask, and
So if
people
somebody
actually,
doesn't, then is there a fine for it or any kind of punishment?
yes, in some cases that I see some newses that they give some punishment. I mean the physical punishment, like okay, stand up for 10 minutes here, why you don't wear the marks, okay, like this. So they give some, not the financial punishment, but they give some physical punishment. You can say this is one type of bullying but they deserve it.
Okay.
So that kinds of things happening right now. So people usually wear masks whenever they go outside. So
And
in that case, I think that government are successful.
okay, and
And
tell me how the
the shop, the shops,
yes.
the shops are basically open. basically the food shops and the grocery shops and the medicine shops. Only three kinds of shops government give permission to get open, and these shops are open. And but in some cases, price hiking is happening because some businessmen, they actually hike their some prices. But um, you know, people actually get afraid of a little bit get afraid of uh, Bangladesh army. So when they are in the field, then they get afraid of actually hiking their price. In that way, actually, government can control the situation. Not too much price hiking, but you will get the things. You will get your necessary goods. If you want, you can go outside and you can buy it. Because basically, in Dhaka city or in Bangladesh, uh, unlike European countries, basically we have a lot of grocery shops. We have basically the grocery shops. Beside the grocery shops, we will have some specific shops like uh, other kind of shops. So the most shops are basically grocery shops. So in that case, I would say that 70% of shops are open, so you can get your food, you can get your necessary goods, whatever you want. This is right now the situation in Bangladesh. But
And what about
this law,
restaurants?
this
Are
is
restaurants open?
sorry,
What about the restaurants? Are restaurants open?
no, no restaurants is open
Mhm.
because because of government laws, they are supposed to close their restaurant as soon as possible,
Mhm.
and
And
there
please
is no restaurant.
tell me, how does the government send the message about all the new rules that are imposed? How do they send the message to the people who live in the countryside? How do they do it?
In Bangladesh right now, people are highly dependent on media, even in Facebook, even in there are basically, I guess, 30 to 35 channels, news channels in Bangladesh. Huge media boost in a small country. So government government reap this benefit. Government they actually broadcasting newses all the time. Whenever actually you switch on television, you will find that something is happening about coronavirus. Okay, there is no news.
Mhm.
So like the Guardian or the BBC. So people are watching television. Even they scroll down some of the news, and this is all about corona news. And even in
I
newspaper,
see. Mhm.
the online newspaper, you will see that they do have the basic their headlines related to coronavirus, and some do have special features as well. So people are actually spreading news each other. So these days, though it's difficult to get into the rural level of Bangladesh, but as the army is going away and the uh, police play a good role, a great role. Nowadays, from today, as I said, 10 days holiday is starting. So people get know each other that something happening, something serious is coming. So this way, I don't know what happened because already government made one mistake. I don't know how the situation could be worse.
And what mistake did the government make?
Actually, a lot of people are working in Italy from Bangladesh, and a
Where?
number of Italy,
Italy. Okay.
Italy. So, yeah, as you know, that Italy is one of the most affected countries in the world. So when they shut down all their shops, even all their restaurants or all their businesses, then these people came out to Bangladesh. They
I
returned
see.
to Bangladesh. And we suspect that some of them actually carries coronavirus.
Yeah.
Okay. And they spread out throughout the country. So from them, I think this outbreak happens. Even
See.
so government actually right now government shut down their airport. Okay, but if government did it 2 months ago, I think we would we wouldn't be suffer a lot.
I
Okay,
see.
and
Mm-hmm.
actually people are talking about that. Please stop the airlines from Italy, but government didn't do that. That's why actually this is the serious mistake that government did it.
I see. Yeah. Well, it happened already. There's nothing that could be changed about it. So let's hope that it wouldn't get any worse. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your insight. And I hope that the situation won't get any worse. Fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
thank you very much, and pray for my country as well.
Okay. Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Welcome. Bye bye.